this is on. I better check. Yep, it's on. Hello, YouTube. A little different today. This is Kat, from On the Balcony with Kat. Although you're not in my balcony, on my balcony with me today. You're in my craft room. And I thought maybe we could have a little bit of a chat and I could let you guys get to know me a little better. Actually figure out why I'm even on YouTube and what I'm trying to do. I did write myself a little bit of a script because I am highly distractible and easily a little bit scatterbrained at times, so I wanted to be able to actually keep on target with this little chat conversation today. So I will be looking at my computer monitor periodically for prompts and to help keep me online with what I wanted to chat with you guys about. Let's see. As most of you know, I run On the Balcony with Kat because I'm trying to turn my very small, roughly 3.5 to 4 foot by 14 to 15 foot long balcony into a micro food forest. Now, what most of you probably don't know is why. Yes, I am actually trying to improve the health of my family and myself by introducing more homegrown organic foodstuffs, but that's not the only reason. Part of it is also as a learning process. I'm trying to put into practice things that I've been studying for a while. I'm really passionate about permaculture and sustainability and, well, helping out in ways however I can to, well, make our planet a little better. At the moment, I don't have my own property, so my garden is about the only way I can do this. This is my way of learning and putting into practice and trying some of the techniques that I've been reading about. I don't have a garden, community garden anywhere near close by that I could do work there, and so, hey, I have balcony space. Yes, it's a 3rd-story apartment balcony, but I'm doing what I can. Now, the reasonings behind all of this and what prompted all of this is something else. Actually, this t-shirt I'm wearing is kind of, has a little bit to do with that too. Don't know if you guys can read it or see it. What it says is Punk Llama Farm. And it kind of has a picture of a punk llama on it. Now, you're probably wondering what the heck a punk llama farm is and why I would even be bringing this up. Well, okay, maybe some of you weren't asking what Punk Llama Farm is, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Punk Llama Farm is something that's kind of very near and dear to my heart. I've always wanted to own my own property where I could have a small farm where I could raise chickens and goats and maybe some pigs and raise a diverse set of crops and maybe even an orchard or two. Yeah. Make a good and healthy home life for my family and me. Well, about 5-6 years ago, I ran across the term permaculture. I'm curious about it. I started researching. And I realized, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Permaculture, sustainability. And the thing about it that makes it even better is it's not just for me and my family. I realized that if we could get a permaculture farm going, small, organic, with a multitude of crops and mixed orchard, and produce organic produce, livestock, eggs, meat, dairy, that maybe not only we could improve our family's health, but maybe give back to our local community as well. By giving produce, fresh, organic produce, to local schools for lunch programs and local food banks. Maybe even selling some of it to local restaurants so that they could improve their menus. Of course, producing food for my family as well. We definitely want to be able to feed ourselves as well. But maybe any excess could go to programs that would help feed the homeless or the needy. Maybe we could supplement our income a little bit by selling some of the produce at local farmers markets. Again, making fresh organic produce available to the local community. And, well, maybe even talking to people about what permaculture is and how trying to run a sustainable farm really is better for people. And that, no, you don't have to be rich to do it. Now herein lies the small problem, though. My family and I are barely hanging on just below the poverty line, so we really can't afford property, sadly. So how would we go about pursuing this project? And I thought, well, I've been doing a lot of research here and there, and maybe crowdfunding. So a while back, I decided I'd go ahead and try a crowdfunding source like Kickstarter and throw a campaign. These t-shirts actually were one of the rewards for one of the donation levels. And I need to pause because my mate is coming in on a break. Well, I'm back. Hopefully the camera is still set up in the right angle and all of that. Anyway, where was I? Crowdfunding. Crowdfunding, yes. Yeah, I set up a fundraiser and I advertised it to Facebook and Twitter and all of that sort of stuff, and emailed all of my friends and family, and probably annoyed some of them about, hey, could you donate or share the link, get the word out. And sad to say, my fundraiser didn't do that well. I raised a grand total amount of $100. Still got that $100, by the way. Sitting in my savings account. I was a bit disappointed, to say the least, but, I figured, well, maybe I just didn't have enough time, didn't get the word out, that sort of thing. So, I started looking around for a fundraiser site that didn't have a time limit, because most of them, like Kickstarter and GoFundMe and things like that, have like a 2 to 3 month time limit, which is however long your fundraiser goes. So I found a site called Fundraiser. Funny how that is. That doesn't have time limits. You can set up a time-limited fundraiser or set one up and just let it keep going. I thought I'd do that. So I went through the motions and set up a new fundraiser. Labeled it Punk Llama Farm. And it's been running for about 64 weeks now. And sadly, it's done worse than the first one. This one hasn't even gotten a dime. And this one's set up that, well, you can take donation amounts for less than $5. It has the option to do a write-in. If somebody wanted to donate a dime or a quarter, heck, even as low as a penny, they could. But nobody has. Yeah, that was a bit disappointing, but I'm not giving up. I'm letting the fundraiser go. And, maybe someday it'll actually catch on. Maybe it'll get news coverage. Doubt it, but you never know. And maybe someday I'll start getting donations towards it. But I'm not giving up on my project. I am still trying to find alternative methods and alternative routes to fund it. And in the meantime, I am learning everything I can about permaculture and sustainable growing, and trying to actually enact a good portion of it on my balcony in small ways. This is my first actual year of getting my first permaculture garden going. And yeah, I've had some setbacks, but I've been learning a heck of a lot from it too. And I've had some very good advantages from it. Being able to provide good organic food for my family for the first time in a lot of years. See, most of my family used to garden or farm in one form or another when I was a kid, so I'm not new to gardening. I am new to the whole permaculture sustainability gardening, but I really believe in it. And I really believe that if more people actually researched it, learned it, tried to put its practices into effect, that we could actually turn our world around. Start providing more food for people. Healthy food. Non-GMO, chemical-free food. I mean, heck, there's a reason why a good portion of the U.S. is obese. It's because, sadly, we can't afford to be healthy. Organic food's expensive. Because, well, it's harder to grow. And there's not as much of a call for it. Because cheap is easy. Makes the big companies the big money. So what do families buy? Do they shell out the big bucks for all organic food? Well, they can't really afford at times. Or do they settle for cheap, prepackaged food loaded with chemicals and preservatives and additives, and with some foods, GMOs, because, well, our government won't listen and won't label GMOs. So a lot of times, unless you absolutely know 100% what's in everything, you don't know what you're getting, what you're feeding to your family, and all that that implies. That kind of saddens me. But I'm trying. I've got a dream of someday having my own small organic farm. And I say small because, well, it'll only be run by 3 people. Me, my husband, and our best friend. But just by watching YouTube, heck, there's plenty of YouTube farmers who grow on very small properties and grow not only enough to feed their families, but more than enough to help feed their local communities. Excuse me. So it is possible. And someday I will achieve that dream. I'm determined. I'm not going to give up just because, well, nobody wants to help me. I'll find other ways to do it. I'll find ways to earn money, raise money, and put it towards my farm project. And someday, Punk Llama Farm will be a reality. Oh, and it's called Punk Llama Farm because we thought it'd be kind of fun. Because, well, while I was doing research, one of the things that you have to think about when you have livestock is predator control. And reading a lot of articles, I found out that llamas are actually very good at predator prevention. So it's actually recommended that if you have goats and chickens and whatnot, to have at least 1 llama on your farm. And I thought, well, hey, that's a fun thought. Hey, why don't we name our farm Punk Llama Farm? And as part of our fundraiser way back when, one of the reward levels could be that we'd have somebody come out and help us punk out our llama. In non-harmful ways, of course. Shave its hair in interesting designs, maybe give it a mohawk, dye the fur, non-harmfully, of course, things like that. And, well, that would be our logo, Punk Llama. Maybe it would draw attention. Maybe, in time, people would come to see the llama and stay to learn a bit about permaculture. Maybe we could talk, show people what we were trying to do. Maybe eventually turn the farm into a bit of a teaching farm. Help other people learn about permaculture and sustainability. That's the dream, anyway. And, well, that's where the name Punk Llama Farm came from. We're still determined. We might not be making it much, but we're trying. Because you just got to follow your dreams, no matter what. Because a life without dreams isn't worth living. So, here's a little bit more about me and who I am and what I believe in. Everyone's entitled to their own life and their own way of growing vegetables and fruits and living. And yeah, I do know that prepackaged stuff is easier. And yeah, it's easier to grow plants and vegetables with, well, chemical pesticides and fertilizers. Because boy, don't they grow fast and healthy, per se, when you use all those chemical fertilizers. That's your choice. I'm not going to get on your case about it. Me, I don't like what I'd be giving up. I don't like the health problems that I've gotten over the years from eating all of those prepackaged, chemical-filled food products. I want to eat healthier. I want to eat better. I want better nutrition for my family and my friends and my local community. And that's why I choose organic. That's why I choose chemical-free. That's why I choose GMO-free. But everyone is entitled to their own beliefs and their own viewpoints, and I won't try to push it down anyone's throat. You do what you gotta do to survive. I understand that. My family and I hang on just barely below the poverty level, but we are hanging on. We get a decent amount off of our rent because, well, my husband works where we live. He's an apartment maintenance man. That's why he comes in during breaks at times to grab a bite of food or whatnot, because he works here. Truth be told, if he didn't work here, we might not be able to afford to have a house, roof over our head. We might be counted amongst the homeless. I have health issues that kind of prevent me from having a regular job, but that doesn't stop me. I do online work. I run a small Etsy shop where I do homemade jewelry products. Heck, this bracelet's one of the pieces that I make. So, just because I have health issues doesn't mean I can't do things. Heck, I even do, online surveys for money. Everything helps. A little bit here, a little bit there to supplement our income. Yes, my videos are monetized. Not that I'm making any real money off of that, but, you know, hey, I'm trying. And I know people hate commercials, but some of us don't have any other way to really make a living. So we do what we can with what little we've got. And hopefully people will understand that and not beat me up too hard about that. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to chat a little bit, tell you who I am, a bit more about me, a bit more about my beliefs, my dreams, my hopes. And, you know, maybe someday I'll be posting a video of us moving to our farm. Maybe. I don't know. So far, the world's been a disappointing place in that regard. I did a blog about it a while back. I mentioned my not so good luck with fundraisers. Then I read an article a couple of weeks back about a guy who decided to throw a Kickstarter as a joke to raise $10 to make potato salad. Because he felt like making potato salad and he didn't have the money to buy the ingredients. So he set up a Kickstarter for it. And people started donating to it. And by the end of his Kickstarter, he got $37,000 plus. So he could make potato salad. As a joke. That was really disappointing and kind of hurt a lot, realizing that, well, more people out there were interested in throwing money at a joke than they were to maybe actually help somebody move to a better place where they could help other people in turn. I lost a little faith in humanity that day. But people are entitled to do what they want. Give their money where they want. If they want to give it to somebody as a joke, hey, more power to them. And it probably did surprise the heck out of that guy who was just out to goof off and make potato salad. Hey, maybe that's some way to raise money for my farm project. Maybe I should make potato salad. Who knows? Maybe if my Viking potatoes actually pan out, maybe I'll make potato salad. Anyway, that's all I have to say today. Take care, YouTube. If anybody's interested or curious, I'll put the link to my fundraiser down in the About section. But this video wasn't just to get the word out about that. It was just to let you folks know a little bit about me and who I am and what I'm trying to do. So yeah, take care. And until next time, may all your gardens grow well. And always follow your dreams. No matter how achievable you think they might be. Always, always follow your dreams. Because a life without dreams really isn't worth living. If you have any thoughts, comments, advice, questions, feel free to email me at onthebalconywithkat@live.com. I'll put links to my Tumblr blog and my Facebook page down in the About section as well. Check it out if you want. If not, no worries. Take care. Bye-bye.